Even all remarks here, back again with another video, back again with another Oculus Go and Gear VR latest releases video. I do this series of videos every single week, so make sure you subscribe for more. But what I do is essentially look at all the new releases that are out on the Oculus Go, do them kind of a quick overview, kind of see whether they're worth your time, effort and money, and give them either a thumbs up, a thumbs down or a meh. Maybe wait for a sale. This week we've got 5 new releases, 3 paid, 2 free. So we're going to check those all out. Before you ask, everyone keeps asking, what is this thing on the side of my headset? I use this on the Oculus Quest as well. This is my Rode Wireless Go microphone. So it's recording the audio from me and the Oculus Go or the Quest when I use it at the same time. I'll put a link to it down below. I think it's about 180 quid, $200. So they are a bit expensive, but it's wireless to my camera and all that sort of stuff, and it makes it all nice and easy to sync up and sounds pretty good as well. So it's got a little built-in microphone. You can even sort of put an actual lapel microphone onto it if you wanted to, so it's kind of handy. But enough of that, let's crack on and check out this week's new releases. First up this week we have Flying Aces Navy Pilot Simulator. So this is actually a half decent game. I think what is it, $6.99 in pounds, $8.99 in euros and dollars. You can kind of increase some of the quality settings here. I think I might boost this up. Let's apply that. Let's bump it up as far as it'll go. You've got campaign, which has got a series of missions, includes a tutorial, and I'd probably say about half an hour's worth of content, but it's quite fun to play. And then you've got kind of like a landing mode where you got to keep testing landing, combat mode where you got to fly around and shoot at the planes, and free flight where you just gotta do whatever you want to do. So let's jump in with a free flight and have a little look. So it says you should do the tutorial first. I know how to fly a jet plane, don't worry about that. So I've played a little bit of this already. The cockpit is pretty smart. If you kind of look around, you can kind of see all the way around. You've got some planes flying, you've got your missiles on the side, and you control your sort of flight stick with your controller, as you kind of imagine, and you actually have to click on different buttons. So we need to do these two first, then the battery, then take the brake off, and then press right on our controller to increase acceleration, and then once we're up, we're up. And now we can fly around to our heart's content, shooting some baddies. There's no third person view, so you can't get out of the plane and see behind it. But we get to kind of practice some shots here. We can press up to fire some missiles. I don't think I was locked on then. Oh, there we are. Did I get him? Did I get him? Oh, I didn't get him. You can pull the trigger to fire your gun. Oh. It is pretty, well, it runs pretty smooth. I know sort of I'm recording at the moment, so me it's not kind of as sort of smooth as it probably should be, so bear that in mind, but it looks pretty good, it works pretty well. It's actually fun. The sort of story mode, sort of tutorial sort of thing. You've actually got a story mode, so they've got voice lines. They're a little bit cheesy, but it's worth kind of playing through. As I say, about half an hour, I think, from what I can gather. I've played probably about 15-20 minutes of the story, and then you've got these couple of modes where you can just fly around, do whatever you want. You can slow yourself down. You can press different buttons in here. You've got your radar, or is it called a radar? Your flight navigation. Let's fire a missile. Oh, got him. But yeah, it works pretty well. Should we attempt a landing? Let's attempt a landing, shall we? That's could be interesting. But yeah, the cockpit detail is really nice. I know, speaking to the dev, he did quickly sort of drop me some codes, so I will be giving some codes away. So make sure you subscribe. I've got my kind of YouTube stories now, so I've dropped a few codes in there already. But we need to sort of throttle ourselves back a little bit. Bring the throttle back all the way. Oh, I was looking down and wasn't looking where I was going. Oh, can I land it? Can I land it? Can I land it? Oh, I'm bouncing. I'm bouncing. Bouncing and stop. Brake. Oh, look at that. Landing. Perfect. Can I fire my missiles on the floor? Oh, I can. And shoot my gun. But yeah, overall, for the money, this is actually quite good. Quite well made. The developer said he's going to add some more stuff, some more missions. So keep an eye on it. It looks okay. The graphics, as I say, aren't amazing outside of the plane, but inside the plane, yeah, absolute big thumbs up, worth it. It's nice that we've got a flight simulator like this on the Oculus Go. And you don't even have this sort of thing on the Quest, so yeah, thumbs up. Next up, we have Relax with Nature. So this is kind of one of the apps you kind of see quite a lot on the Oculus Go. So people who want to relax, chill out, sort of go to far off places. These apps are perfect for that. So this is £2.29 or $3, €3. So you've got, what's this, 6 different environments, a little bit of sound effects. You can turn some music on. I think it's just the same music over and over again. I've not listened to it long enough to kind of find out if there's more. But if you kind of wanted to chill out and relax, it looks okay. It's not the highest quality I've ever seen. It's not using sort of that John Carmack sort of 5K rendering or anything like that. But it's okay. It's relaxing. It's not 3D. Or if it is, it's not very good 3D because I can't really tell. I would say this is 2D. You can go back. You can actually just look at them, gaze control on them because this is on Gear VR as well. Or you can click your button to kind of speed along the process. But let's go to beach, shall we? Actually, the beach is the one that actually feels more 3D than all of them. But this is nice. You can hear the waves, relaxing. It's not the sort of app I get much use out of. So I'm going to give it a bit of a meh. But I can imagine for some people this is actually quite relaxing for them and you probably get a lot out of it. But for me, it's a meh. Next up we have our first free release, which is Free Minecart Roller Coaster Ride. Which I can probably show you the entire thing because it lasts about a minute and a half, if that. And it's not the most exciting roller coaster I've ever been on in my life. Personally, I'm not a big fan of roller coasters in real life anyway. But it's kind of got this cel shaded design to it. It's relatively low quality, sort of poly sort of background and sort of stuff going around. The track is just kind of floating in the air. One thing I would say is quite good in this, and maybe I'll turn the sound up, is the audio. The audio is quite good. So when you're kind of whizzing around, it does sound quite nice. When you go over kind of wooden parts, you kind of hear like a wooden squeaking, all that sort of good stuff. And I'd say at the very least, at least this minecart actually goes with the tracks. I've had some minecart games where they just go like this as they go over the track, which is not how a track goes. So here we go, wooden bit. There you go, wooden squeak. It all feels kind of quite atmospheric, but it's free. Can we really knock it? I'm going to give it a meh because this is pretty much all it is. There's not much to it. I don't know whether they're going to like bring out a better version or, you know, I feel like I've played this previously. Maybe I felt like it was part of Delirium, which is an app that has lots of other experiences in it. But there you go. That's the roller coaster. So I guess it's free. So for that point, it gets a thumbs up because why not give it a go because it's free. But it gets a meh because it's not the best roller coaster game I've ever tried. And Epic Roller Coasters is free as well. So, well, you got to pay for the extra tracks, but any of those are better than this one. Next up, we have Hydrous presents IMMERSE. It's 3D 360. It's absolutely free, and I'm going to turn that down because that's a lot louder than I thought it was going to be. And it's actually quite a well-produced 360 3D sort of informative video that kind of obviously tries to show you how valuable the ocean is, why we should take care of it, and all that sort of good stuff. You're all about the coral reefs, and you see turtles and manta rays, and somebody commentates the entire thing. And the stuff where it's in the sea, you've actually 360 3D in the ocean. So this is actually using the John Carmack sort of 5K rendering, because if you look this way and quickly look the other way, and it goes black. We'll try it here. If you look this way and then quickly look over there, you can see it sort of snap into focus as it's kind of rendering higher quality exactly where you're looking rather than the entire high quality video at the same time. So it gets a little bit sort of better quality out of it. But this is 360 3D. It sounds like it's juddering the audio, but I think that's probably because I'm recording. So we'll give that the benefit of the doubt. But this is absolutely free, and I would say this is absolutely worth checking out. I'm really impressed. I actually sat down, watched this entire thing all the way through, and I'm thinking, yeah, I'm going to have to show this to my kids, and they're going to really enjoy it and get a lot out of it. And as I say, it is 360, so you can look all the way around. I'm not even sure where the cameraman is sometimes. Oh, is he hiding behind there? Oh, I mind that though, this one. But yeah, it's really cool. So yeah, overall, thumbs up. It's free. Why not? Last up this week, we have Symphony of Stars, which is a title I've previewed in the past, and it's been quite fun. And it's a kind of a space shooter with a little bit of sort of capture the flag type thing in there, but you got to kind of capture planets and sort of colonize them and put down spaceships and stuff to protect them, and you got to fight each other. It's quite good. However, at the moment, this moment in time, it's a little bit broken. So you can do the training; those both work fine. But the actual sort of online game, so hosting a game here, new, join now, does nothing. I have spoken to the developer about this, and he is going to check it out. He is going to try and fix it, and hopefully he'll let me know, and I can let you guys know when it's ready. You can try and join a game. No games come up, no games populate, so none of the multiplayer stuff, which I think is the main part of this game, actually works. But let's jump into some free roam training so you can kind of have a look at what it's like. One thing I would say is make sure you go to the options and go down to controls and change your controls to manual aim B, because that makes it made my life so much easier, because without the controls before then it was actually quite tricky to control, but since I changed the controls up to control method B, it made it a lot easier. So basically kind of use your touchpad to kind of slide it forward, to kind of fly around, to sort of increase and decrease speed, tilt your controller to tilt yourself left and right, up and down. You can sort of see this sort of grid that's in the front of you now. This is aligning you with the galactic plane, or whatever they call it, which kind of means, you know, everyone kind of says this is level. And then you've got your map if you swipe to the left, and the planet has appeared. You can kind of try and find your way to these different planets to kind of colonize them. So what you want to do is whiz around. I think we actually just went past one. The draw distance isn't amazing on this game, obviously, because it's the Oculus Go. They've got to kind of pull back a little bit on, you know, the graphical quality sort of thing. Oh, we can't get this planet. What you got to remember actually is you've got different races in this game, and though I've not played any multiplayer of it yet, in the full version, once it's sort of fixed, when you play online, the color of you, so the red triangle in the middle, everything that's red is you, is your team, is your species, is your race, and you don't shoot the bad guys, because I've killed a lot of red people thinking they were the enemy, because, you know, red is enemy. Let's see if we can get to this planet over here. Can I speed up? Yeah, we can speed up. We're speeding up. Actually, just touching on the top of the controller to speed me up. See if we can get to this planet and do a little bit of capturing, colonizing even. Try and keep ourselves galactically level. You can sort of see the planet on screen now. Oh, it's coming up to us here. This is what we're aiming for. Colonize. We can swipe down, we can click on it. There we go, we've colonized it. Now we can click on it again and we can build a hangar for 2,500 points. So you can see to the top right, we've got a certain amount of credits. And now am I being shot or somebody else shooting me? Oh, who's that? Oh, that's a green person. We need to get that green person. Let's get him. Try and destroy a ship, shall we, while we're here. See if we can chase them down. So when you do colonize a planet, you can then spawn like ships to defend the planet, and it is quite cool. The different ships for the different races are different, but because the multiplayer doesn't work, I can't actually try any other ships. So if we click on this planet here, look, you can see we've got some more options for switching to the fighter, so you can actually switch to a different craft, spawn a fighter, and we can spawn another ship like ourselves. There we go, and they come in to help us fight against these guys. So let's see if we can. Oh, I'm going backwards here. Let's go forwards again. There we go. There we go. Let's go forwards. I've gone away from my planet. I want to shoot this guy up here. Look. Should we see if we can get him? So, as I say, it's a bit disappointing that it doesn't work at the moment. The dev is working on it, and hopefully he'll have an update for us soon. I'll leave a comment down below in the description if and when it gets fixed. So make sure you sort of check that maybe before you buy it. So for now, it is unfortunately going to get a thumbs down, because it is essentially broken. There's half the content doesn't work, or most of the content doesn't work. But I think if this can get fixed, it would absolutely get a thumbs up. And for the price, it's going to be a little bit of a bargain. So stay tuned. I'll sort of post and stuff. Hopefully, sort of Onion Man over on the Go community. So if you haven't joined that Discord, He's the developer of this. If he lets me know when this is fixed, I'll give it another go. I'll confirm it. And as I say, I'll update the comments down below, and maybe I'll sort of post a community story on my YouTube and that sort of thing to let you guys know that it's fixed and that you can buy it. But for now, it's going to get a thumbs down. So there we go. That's this week's new releases. We've got 5 new releases, 3 paid, 2 free. They were okay. Actually kind of a slightly better week than we've had sort of previously sort of thing. So the Flight Simulator one, that's actually pretty good. I think it's worth a purchase. There's a lot of stuff in there, and the guy seems pretty dedicated to sort of improving it and making it better. So stay tuned for that. I'll post some free codes for that sort of thing in my YouTube in the future, sort of thing. So stay sort of focused for that. There'll probably be like YouTube stories or community posts. So keep an eye out for those. The underwater one, the IMMERSE one, that was actually pretty good and definitely worth sort of downloading for free and just kind of sitting there and experiencing it. I think, if I remember correctly, if you click anything, it restarts. So just sit there, put the control to one side and just kind of enjoy it. And then last but not least, sort of the Star Symphony on there. I think once that's fixed, that'll be actually a really good fun game. But as at the moment, it's broken, which is a shame. But I do know the dev over on the Go community is going to sort of look into this, make sure it's fixed. And as I say, I'll share with you once I know it is. But overall, not a bad week. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about these titles. Have you tried any? Have you bought any? You know, what are your opinions? Do they differ for me? Let me know in the comments down below. But if you found this video useful, give it a thumbs up. If not, give it a thumbs down. That's fine. I'm big enough and ugly enough to take it. But do let me know in the comments down below why you didn't like it. I'll try and do better for next time. Big comment, one of the remarkables. Hit that subscribe button and that notification bell to be notified when I next upload a video. And that's me done. I'm out. Have a virtual high five.